All right, so I was watching this when I was doing a lot of research on like chakra work and stuff like that. I came across an Avatar: The Last Airbender video that I wasn't even looking for Avatar shit. I don't know how it came up. It just came up, and then I just clicked it, and I watched it. And in the video, they talk about uh, to clear the chakras, you drink onion and banana juice, and so I tried some onion and banana juice. So what I did is I used the whole onion. I mean, sorry, fuck that. I used the whole banana, and then I used the whole banana. Added water in it because the banana's not just gonna chop up and be smooth. So I put some water in it, and then I sliced it. I had a red onion. I took a slice out of it, everything, the whole slice, chopped that up, and then threw it in there. And then I blended it up, and then I just drank it. It tasted like total shit. It doesn't taste as bad if you add some salt. I have the Himalayan pink salt, so I just added some salt in there, and it actually makes it a lot more palatable. So that was pretty cool. I did it a few times. Let me see, like 5 or 6 times altogether. Every day I did it once, and then on one of these days, I actually received gnosis from this. So I was in meditation. So after that, I'd go into meditation after you get over and I was actually testing recipes. So I don't remember which exact. The last recipe I came up with was the one I just shared, and the meditation that I came up with, I was in meditation, and all of a sudden, the universe gave me this meditation, and I'm going to share it with you now. So if you still work with elemental energies whenever you're casting your sacred space, one of the things, this is what I was given. So, and this, when I first started doing this, it was very powerful to me. I do not use elemental stuff now, but this is not saying that I'm never going to again. So, let's say in the beginning, everybody knows what direction means what. So north is earth, west is water, east is air, south is fire, right? I face north when I'm doing some work. Let's say you're facing north. I face east for Lucifer, but let's say you're going to face north. And then what you do is you sit down, and first you remove yourself from earth, like you're floating in in space, almost as if you are earth but not really earth, right? So you're floating in space, and in your mind's eye you're going to see in front, you're not going to turn around, you're sitting down and you're meditating. So you're going to imagine all these things happening to the side and behind you whenever you evoke each elemental energy. So while you're in space, the first thing you do is before you imagine the pentagram, right, in front of you. And then in front of you, and it's like blue fire. I haven't actually done this in a long time, so I'm trying to remember as I'm telling you. So it's in blue like fire, right? And then from there, you call forth all the earth elemental energies from throughout the cosmos. So you call it from every earth element that exists on every other planet within the universe, and you imagine it as this green energy that's coming in front of you, far off in the distance. It's like this because you're gonna have this big ball like a star you're gonna create it in front of you, right? So you're just drawing all these elements of the earth element from all these planets and moons and everywhere that would have earth type elemental energy throughout the cosmos, and you pull it into this big ball like a sun in front of you. And then whenever you're done, you feel like you're done, and it starts out small, and then it grows, right? And to where it's all in front of you, and then the pentacle is in front of you, and then you're gonna have a beam of that energy come from the middle of through the eye of the middle of the pentagram, come in and just hit you and charge you with elemental energy, with earth elemental energy. And you can adapt this to however you want to. If you want to say something, That's cool. I had experimented with different things. I used Google Translate in Latin, and I did "Acipere virtute de terrum acanis," and that's to call forth the energy. Now you can use whatever you want to. If you want to use Greek or whatever, I would encourage you to follow your intuition on that, right? So after you're done with that, you do the same thing. Create the pentacle to your left and have like all the water energies from throughout the cosmos just like form into this ball, starting out small and getting bigger and bigger, and to your left. And then when you feel that it's charged up and ready to go, you bring that energy into you, and then it's like, then you fill yourself up with that energy. At the same, you're constantly holding this beam inside of you, so you're building these beams and they're still hitting you, right? And then you do behind you with fire. So everything that would be fire, like comets flying into anything you can imagine. Like a forest fire and a far off uninhabited planet that's like, barely evolving into like a planet that can sustain life. Or maybe there's dinosaurs there now or whatever. Whatever your imagination can come up with. And then it's just like all that red energy goes in and like builds that little ball behind you on the other side of the pentacle. And then and this is a reverse pentacle, right? An adverse pentacle. And then whenever you feel that energy is charged up, you bring it into you. It's like behind you. And all these energies are mixing, right? And then you do the same thing to the right with air, which is yellow. Everything that will be air, everything that's wind or just, oh shit. So I just saw a couple of orbs. Anyways, so it was everything that's like there would be air to bring it in, the same thing you're doing with everything else, small, big, and then like everything that's like solar winds on distant desert fucking planets and shit like that. Just anything, man. Air, wind that blows on top of oceans, or gusts within different parts of like the stratosphere, mesosphere, tropospheres of different planets, and then you build the ball, and then you bring that in, and then you have these elements that are flowing within you. And another thing that I would do is after I started working more with the black sun, is that I would bring the black sun would be above me, and then I would have a moon beneath me, and I would draw in like the black flame from the black sun energy into me, and then from the moon I would bring like lunar energy into me. And so like this was a very empowering experience for me. And then from there I would empower myself, and then I could do the ritual, and then I would use that energy in ritual. So for anybody who works with elemental stuff, that's a meditation and a way to power yourself up to use cosmic elemental energies. And you can even still draw from the earth. You don't have to just stick to the so it's like the earth is part of the cosmos, you know what I'm saying? So just all of that, and just experiment with different not modalities, but different ways of doing this that you feel comfortable with, and that resonates with you, and see how that works for you, man. Thanks.